Please welcome Lynn Kirabo.
Our esteemed guests, members of government present, academia from various institutions across this region, family and friends of the class of 2015, partners and donors, visiting faculty from various Carnegie Mellon campuses, in the words of East Africa, Karibuni, Murakaza neza, and Twabashemerera munonga. My name is Lynn Kirabo, and I will be speaking on behalf of the class of 2015. Allow me to take this opportunity to say thank you. Thank you to God, without whom we would not have been able to finish so excellently. He gave us the grace to wake up each day, do each exam, and attend every class. Thank you to the spouses and the children. You kept dinner warm for us, and you understood when Mommy and Daddy told you that they had to go back to school, even though it seemed like bedtime to you. Thank you to our parents and our guardians for not allowing us to give up, because I'm sure a lot of you had this, would come to you saying, I swear I'm not going back to that school, it is too much work. Thank you to our siblings and our friends. Even though some of you rolled your eyes when we told you how hard Carnegie Mellon was, you still kept us in your prayers. Thank you to Carnegie Mellon University for engaging in the business of changing the face of the future leaders of Africa. You decided that this campus would be no different from the main campus in Pittsburgh, and you chose not to change the quality of teaching, even the workload. That workload, I'll get into that later. Thank you to the sponsors and the donors who continue to support Carnegie Mellon University's program in Africa. Some sponsors, like the government of Rwanda, your visionary leadership has paved the way for technological innovation in this region. Thank you to sponsors like Friends and Alumni Association, MasterCard Foundation, Trustee Larry Jennings, and the UN Women. As you have heard, personally, I benefited from the sponsorships provided by the government of Rwanda and UN Women. Because, like Professor Basie mentioned, the week that I heard back from Carnegie Mellon was the same week that my dad died. It was his dream for me to get this graduate education, but he did not live to see that day. He was also the primary bread earner in our home, and so even without consulting my mother, I responded to CMU, telling them I do not think I'll make it, and I went ahead to list my reasons. But it took the patient persistence of the CMU admissions team, my mother's gentle nudges even though she was still in mourning, as well as the continuous additional tuition support provided by the UN Women to get me to this moment, graduation day with a group of friends who have become more than family to me. Finally, thank you to the class of 2015. The first milestone is finished, and I think we have made it. We can all smile. For the long nights in the flex room, maybe we should have got a clue from the name. I mean, who names a room flex anyway? For encouraging each other during the moments. And let's talk about those moments. You remember that first programming assignment, whose results shredded us to pieces? Or that infographic assignment? Well, the night before class, we walked around saying how we had gotten A's. But then the next day, the first words out of the professor's mouth were, I am extremely disappointed. He went ahead to question the design choices we made, asking some, where is this road leading to? And what is this? Is this the speed of death? I think we got schooled that day. Or how about that net neutrality assignment, who to this day, I'm not really sure what was going on. Or our breaking moments, when we demanded to know why we got the grades we got, went head to head with professors who are considered the best in their field. Or when was it that there was no clear distinction between weekdays and weekends? In fact, does anyone remember when we stopped counting deadlines in terms of days and started counting in terms of hours? saying things like, it's 12 hours to the deadline, that is so much time, I can do so much in that time. In those moments, all those moments, we were unintentionally inscribing in ourselves those infamous Andrew Carnegie words, my heart is in the work. We have learned to push ourselves and go beyond what we thought was possible. We have learned to stand up for our ideas and defend them while taking criticism in stride. We have been prepared to take or create jobs anywhere that we choose, whether at home in Africa or in any other part of the world. We have been given a global outlook that makes us not shy away from facing our counterparts at other Carnegie Mellon campuses. A couple of classmates and I had the opportunity to spend our last semester in Pittsburgh. And get it from me, we were more than ready to take part. Actually, between us, and don't mention this to Dean Garrett, I believe that CMU's program here is kind of like the boot camp experience. The pace here is always go, 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 which is not necessarily the same in Pittsburgh. For us, there was no need for an adjustment period, no need for extra classes to prepare us. We were able to jump right in. And I think we baffled some of the professors, as we were always quick to articulate innovation that was born of Africa, raising our hands with sentences like, in Rwanda we use this, see in Kenya we've been doing that for such a long time, or in Uganda we're actually planning to do this. You see, this is not your traditional university, where you might survive by just showing up, cramming, getting grades, and getting out. In fact, I think some of us wish it were like that. To paraphrase Martin Luther King Jr., change never shows up by just sitting back and waiting, but rather it comes through the continuous struggle. This hard work that I've just talked about has ingrained in us a new way of thinking, a new way of analyzing problems, and a new way of creating solutions with a global mindset in a local perspective. It has awakened in us the leaders that we were born to be, innovators and entrepreneurs with a thirst to see growth and positive change for our continent. And now, as we close this chapter entitled Graduate Students and open the one named Carnegie Mellon Alumni, we do so as a family. As a Ugandan who left home for the first time, I'm excited to say that when I come back to Rwanda or I go home to Kenya, I'll have close friends on my speed dial and saying something like, I think I'm at the airport, can someone come pick me up? Yes, we have become an amazing family of unique, creative, and passionate individuals. And now it is time for us to go impact our worlds together. Thank you.